What is going on, guys? It is the most remarkable gamer, Remarks, and right now I'm bringing you guys another gameplay and commentary on the map Raid. What you guys are going to be watching is just a league play game that I pulled out. I think we got the win. Yeah, we do get the win. I don't know about my kills and all that, so if I do bad, I apologize, but just enjoy, and let's get started. So what I want to talk to you guys about today is the pro teams for Call of Duty roster changes. I think I said that right, but the roster changes for pro Call of Duty these past couple days has been absolutely insane. Good and bad roster changes, and it's just been insane. I'll explain all of it, but yeah. So let's go ahead and get this started. This past Sunday, if you didn't know already, it was the Gfinity event in London, Europe. It was 10 teams picked from North America and Europe, and basically the best 10 teams in the world right now, basically, yeah. And absolutely insane event. It was so fun to watch. Complexity ended up winning the event, and second place went to a European team called TCM. Third place and fourth place went to Optic Gaming and Icons Impact. But yeah, so basically Complexity wasn't a shocker of them winning, really. It was a shocker for TCM, really. TCM, I have never really heard of them. I've heard of them like maybe once or twice, maybe at MLG Anaheim or something like that. But they placed very well in this tournament. Second place is so good. Expect them to see North America in the next tournament. So yeah, so big roster changes after that event. So basically like a couple hours after the end of that event on Sunday, it was absolutely shocking to me that Envy dropped Stainville. You know, I actually did see it coming a little bit because think about this. After COD Championships, they did 2 tournaments and they placed really bad in both tournaments. They did not do very well. They got single eliminated in Gfinity, and they got knocked out of the open bracket at MLG Anaheim. So it opens up a spot for Envy. Absolutely crazy roster change, but it's kind of reasonable at the same time. It's the best decision for Envy. You know, they had to make some change to that roster sooner or later. I mean, we had to get ready for that, and it's really no surprise that they would have dropped Stainville. I don't see them dropping like Proofy or Rambo at all, or JCap, but that just means it opens up a spot for them. Literally the next day, they actually picked up Impact Karma. Impact Karma apparently left Impact, and apparently it just had to do with like arguing and disagreement, and you know, we're not even doing well at events anymore. It's just all insane. And after they won COD Championships, I mean, it just went downhill for some reason. I don't know how. I just don't know why. I really don't know. But Karma basically left Impact to go to Envy, and right now Envy is just a god squad right now, like absolutely insane. Like, you think of the duo of Rambo and Proofy, and then you add JCap to be in the backfield to slay, and then you have Karma just doing whatever he does, and he's just winning games and winning gunfights, and I just think it's the best fit for him. I don't see him going to any other team, but Envy has a great team right now, great squad right now, which opens up a place for Impact right now. They have their right now roster consists of Parasite, Killa, and Miracles, and then they picked up John. So they picked up FaZe John from FaZe, and I mean, I'm glad that John left FaZe. It's the best decision for FaZe, or it's the best. It's good for FaZe. Let's put it that way. It's good for FaZe. I don't think John's the best player for FaZe or Impact. I don't think you'll be seeing Impact place top 5 in the next events as long as they have John. John's just not the best player right now. He's not doing well at all. He used to be good in Fear. I just don't find him to be a great player anymore. He's kind of washed up. I just don't find it the best decision for Impact to pick up John. But yeah, so let's move on. Unite Gaming, Unite Slacked, Unite Nameless, Unite Saints, Unite Realize is the current roster, or is the original roster, and the changes to that is that they dropped Realize and they picked up Ricky. So Ricky is an okay fit for this team. I'm kind of confused about Unite Gaming at this point. By the way, they also have Oh no, I'm sorry. Forget about that. What I just said. But yeah, so they picked up Ricky, and Ricky is. I don't know about Ricky really at this point. Again, he's kind of like John. He kind of did well when he was like a couple of years ago when Black Ops was out, and I just don't find Ricky being a great fit for Unite. But I mean, it was just kind of a pick me up, kind of pick. But yeah, so let's move on to Icons Conquer. The original roster consists of Ego, Study, Ricky, and Gucci. And as I said, Ricky joined Unite. So Ricky is now a part, still a part of Unite. But he left with Study and Gucci. So 3 members of Conquer left. And I think that's the best fit for the players themselves. This is a great opportunity for amateur players. Icons Conquer is not the best team out there. They are not even top 10 at least. So this is a great chance for amateur players to join Icons Conquer. The only player that stayed on there is Ego. So again, people are going to fit in with him. He's just a great guy, and I like him. I like to see him play. So let's go on to TVA, Team Violent Oppression. TVA, their original roster consists of Dido, Fizzerp, Skillix, and Silly. So basically what happened is that Dido and Fizzerp wanted to leave, and then a couple days later, like Wednesday, they decided to come back to TVA. So now they're apparently a team now again. They just left for a couple of days, and now they're a team again with Fizzerp, and I think this is the best place for Fizzerp right now. Fizzerp is not the best player whatsoever at all. He's just not a great player. He didn't do too well in Unite. He didn't do too well in Quantic. I think he was in Quantic, but I just don't think that he's the best player right now. He is definitely not, actually. But it's a great fit for him, TVA. Great fit for him to maybe rise to the top. But let's move on to Prime Example. Prime Example, their original roster consists of Neslo, C. Davis, Cosmo, and Revan. C. Davis, Cosmo, and Revan is now the newest roster. I think that Neslo left Prime. I'm not really sure what the whole story was, but Neslo doesn't deserve Prime, to be honest. Revan is definitely not a great pro player at all. Cosmo is kind of inconsistent. C. Davis is probably the best player on that squad right now, but still he's just not pulling it together sometimes in clutch moments. But I just think Neslo needs to move on from Prime. He needs to move on, really. He does, but yeah, so moving on to what happened Wednesday. Let me just open this up. Yeah, so let's move on to FaZe new roster right now. Huddle, Spacely, Replays, and Slacked. So after John leaving FaZe had an open spot, and yesterday on Wednesday, FaZe picked up Slacked, and this is a great fit for Slacked, I think. With the duo of Huddle and Spacely, and then you have Replays and Slacked, it's just they're kind of really good now. I just don't find them getting beat right now. Expect them to place top 8 in the next event. It's not going to be a surprise to me. But yeah, so big changes with Unite actually right now. Unite changed their roster on Wednesday again. They still had Ricky, they have Saints, they have Nameless, and then they picked up Enbos. Now, Enbos is a great player. He left VVV. He actually joined VVV for about 2 or 3 days, I think. It was something like that. It was sometime during Gfinity, and I just feel like that Enbos is going to do better in Unite than VVV. To be honest, I don't find VVV to be that great anymore. But yeah, so Slacked is not in Unite anymore. Enbos replaced him, and I think that's going to be very good for Unite because you know, even though Unite could have had Slacked to be a great player in Unite, I just don't feel like he would have fit in there. Even though I did say he'd do pretty good, but he's going to do better in FaZe. Let's just put it that way. Alright. So, the Impact new roster is John, Miracles, Killa, and Parasite, and I already went through that. Let's see what else. Oh, yeah, VVV, so they have an open spot, so they're going to be looking at 2 players right now. They're looking at Neslo and Realize. So, Realize was in VVV originally, but then he got dropped, apparently, and now they're looking at him again. They're saying, "Hey, we're desperately needing you. We need you back in here." But they're also looking at Neslo. Neslo is a great player. I feel like he's going to do better outside of Prime. I don't know what team he'll be on, but I see Realize getting on this